Newton's first law states an object in a state of rest or uniform motion shall remain in that state until an unbalanced force acts on it. Newton's second law discusses the relationship between force, mass, and acceleration. This can be expressed in the following equation: F equals ma, or force equals mass times acceleration. Newton's third law of motion states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
When walking or running, in order to propel yourself forward, you push off the ground with one foot after the other. This is an example of Newton's third law of motion, where the action of pushing off with one foot results in an equal and opposite reaction of you moving forward. Newton's first law of motion comes into play when you try to stop running. In this demonstration, he tries to stop himself abruptly, but although his legs have stopped moving, the momentum of the run forces his torso to travel forward. So say you're late for your train or your bus. You'll want to get there quicker, so you'll most likely run instead of walk. The branch remains in a state of rest until he pushes it forward. It then travels in the opposite direction. After the branch is released, notice how it does not stop immediately but travels back and forth before returning to its original position. Here is a straightforward example. The door remains closed or in a state of rest until someone comes over to open it. The force in this instance is a pull, which results in the door opening. In this situation, the glue stick is knocked over. This is another example of Newton's first law of motion. If his elbow had not come into contact with the glue stick, it would have stayed in the same position. The force of the impact causes the glue stick to fall over and then travel in the opposite direction. This is a demonstration of Newton's third law. Here the ball bounces in a straight line and continues to do so until the ball is hit, preventing it from continuing this path. This is when the third law comes into play. The ball is hit and travels in the opposite direction from where it was originally going. In order to jump, you must first push off with one foot, or both, in order to launch yourself in the air. This is Newton's third law in action. The action is pushing off the ground with your foot, and the reaction is you jumping up into the air. Here is a simple high five. Newton's first law is in action as the hand remains at rest until it comes into contact with the oncoming hand. Newton's third law is in action after the hands strike each other. The force of the impact causes the hand to travel backwards.